It's your boy Warlow back with another My Team video. And we are gonna rank our best small forwards in NBA 2K25 My Team. Now look, I don't care about people's opinions. Okay, I do a little bit. Like, I've used the card, I played against the card, I get to see how the card are all the time. I know what I'm talking about. Trust and believe me, I know what I'm talking about half the time. And yeah, we're gonna get into ranking with this, and hopefully we get a good list. I think it is gonna be a really good list. But first up, we got Paolo Banchero. I'm ranking him in that B tier. Paolo Banchero can stretch the floor, still dunk at a high rate. If low key, I want to say A tier, but I have to see how the rest of this list goes currently. For now, I'll put him in A tier, actually. For now, I'll put him in A tier, because he does everything you need to this day. I know he went down in price, but there's so many cheap Palos you can get with legend badges at this point that is not even like I can rank off that a little bit, because it's not even, oh, I should go buy a base Pablo. Like, a normal Pablo is not even that expensive. Like, someone said they got a one legend badge, 26 off for 100K. So at that point, he's one of your best value small forwards in the game that you can buy with juice badges at a decent price. He is definitely A tier. Now look, Prairie Bird is the thumbnail of this video, and I'm sorry to break it to y'all. I'm sorry to break it to you. I'm sorry to the American people that I even put this card in B tier in my list. This card stinks, and I mean that. I want to go C tier, but honestly, I don't want to go C tier. Honestly, I feel like this card is so useless. He is ASS. He is that. He is garbage. He is terrible. Larry Bird, as people always say, bona fide scrub. He is a garbage man. He is Norman Powell, a taller Norman Powell. Why change the jumper to a jumper that's even more broke than before? It's like, they might as well just kept, honestly, if they kept this jumper, honestly, as C tier, I would have literally kept this jumper very quick. I would have still been at C or B. I see, because at least he can be a good cone. That release don't even make him a good cone. They turned his release into like a worse release. It's worse. It's like he hitches the ball, doesn't know how to actually function, doesn't play better defense than the other small forwards. He is a wasteland. If you lock this card in, I feel bad for you. You think you're getting a good small forward. No, Bird does not play. He only plays for construction workers. Dude is a trash can, and I will stand on business. And I'm going to rank it the way I see it. And he is. I'm standing on business. Rudy Gay up next. I'm going B tier for Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay is amazing. Don't get it wrong, but he's 6'7". I feel like there's some better. We got some better small forwards over time, but I still think shot creating wise, he's still one of your best small forwards. He can create really good. Has a nice behind the back. Can bang freeze. He is so good in NBA 2K25 My Team. Next up, we got Kevin Durant S tier. KD is so good in My Team. Dude is so great. He just hoops, he drops buckets, and he bangs threes. Like, I really do love KD. His moving shots really good. His very quick shot timing's really quick. It's really easy to time. KD's one of your best small forwards, potentially one of your best small forward in the game. He's really, really good. Next up, I'm going Carmelo Anthony. I have to rank Melo in at A tier. I want to go S, but I can't put Melo in the same tier as KD. He's not better than KD. And I love Melo's movement. Melo's movement is amazing. I just wish he had better defense overall. But if he had an OP defense, he'd be as good as that. Because Carmelo Anthony is very good in this game. He's just not up to that S tier caliber of the other guys. But his movement's great. If you get Carmelo Anthony, you got a really good small forward. Because he is so good. I don't know what Ty yapping about calling Melo overrated. Melo's one of your best small forwards in the whole entire game. Giannis Antetokounmpo up next, S tier. Giannis Antetokounmpo, and look, I'm not riding Giannis because now he got a better card. His jumper's on quick, his three-pointer's higher. There's reasons why. I wasn't gassing Giannis with a 64, 65 three-pointer. Like, with a rigged shot, which I'm not even a fan of Giannis' shot still to this day. But I feel like with a 79 three-pointer jumper on quick, it makes it doable enough where Giannis' animation in the paint will actually matter. And I think he overall is a very good card in My Team. So for me, I'm going S tier for him. Tiny Hawkins up next. Probably go C tier. He's going down on the list. I like Tiny Hawkins a lot, but you have to like go down there because I don't think he's better than Rudy yet. And I like Connie Hawkins. I really do. Maybe I should go B tier for Connie Hawkins. Maybe I'll move him later in this tier list. But for now, I'm going to say T tier. I do like Connie Hawkins a lot. Don't get it twisted. I do like him a lot, but you have to like, you got to be realistic right now. Like, I'm going to have to rank him C tier for now, so I'm going to have to go C tier for Connie Hawkins. Next up, we got Draymond Green overall. He is F tier. Sorry, Ty. He has a jumper on slow. Ty will forever gas people with mid-horrible releases for some reason. And then he'll never run himself. I guarantee he'll never put Draymond Green in his no money spend lineup. I bet if I watch this video right now, I'm going to bet I don't see him Draymond Green in his lineup. I'm actually going to go check right now. I'm actually going to check that right now. This might be a salary cap team, but like I said, he don't even run himself. He do it. Like, he knows Draymond Green is a garbage can, and he doesn't run in this game. There's better cards defensively than Draymond Green with better jumper. Why the freak would you use Draymond Green? It doesn't make any freaking sense. Doesn't make any freaking garbage sense, but whatever. What the heck ever. It makes no sense, really. Makes no freaking sense. But let me just fix my screen a little bit so we can just organize this better. Okay, we fixed it. Now back to the list. Back to the dang list. Overall, we got on the next on the list, we got Scotty Pippen. I put Scotty Pippen B. I'm just never high on Scotty Pippen a little bit. I just wasn't good with him. I think Scotty low-key needs to go A tier. I'm not gonna lie. Probably does. But overall, I just don't like Scotty Pippen in this game. Maybe that's just me. I just don't like him. But I've seen Scotty be good in the right hands. It's like, I'm gonna have to move Scotty to A tier. It's hard because I don't really like the card. But I've seen Scotty be good. But I feel like a small forward, you're gonna be running around the street. I'm going B tier because I feel like a small forward. I don't know. I'll play B tier. I don't like Scotty. I probably would go C on my own list, but I've seen people have success with him. I'll go A tier for. I don't think he's better than Pablo. I'll go A tier for Scotty. I'll go A tier for Scotty Pippen. I'll go A tier for Scotty Pippen. I'll go A tier. I don't think he's better than Rudy Gay, but this is supposed to be my list. I just don't like him at all. But I see where the appeal is for him. But if you like him, you like him. But next up, we got Galaxy Opal KD. Galaxy Opal KD is A tier. I really do love Calvin Durant Galaxy Opal card. It is really elite still to this day. It's just there's better options at that position. So overall, I just have to go A tier. Kurylenko up next. I'll go B tier for Kurylenko. I just don't think Kurylenko is crazy. I don't like him either. I think his jump shot is very broken in this game. For me personally, be C tier, but it's just, you know, I've seen people have success with him. You just got to learn that shot, and I'm just not a fan of that massive shot. I think that shot is cooked. I think it's broken, but it is what it is, so we'll just rank him in at B tier. Next up, Paul Pierce. I actually like this Paul Pierce. Like, I've seen Paul Pierce. He has that move that LeBron has when you press down the analog stick. Like difference between him and Bird, when you do that, Bird has like the Curry size, so it's not that good creating off it. I actually like Paul Pierce. I'm ranking him in at B tier. Like, I actually do like, I said C, I think he's like a B-. I like Paul Pierce in this guy. I think Paul Pierce is actually really good, so I do like Paul Pierce in this game. I actually do. I think he was way better than Larry Bird. I don't care what no one says. His shot's more consistent. It's slow, but Larry Bird's isn't the fastest either, and his jumper is actually easy to green, unlike Bird's. So he's and I think he's better than Connie Hawkins. So I'm ranking him in at B tier. Next, we got Dennis Rodman up next. I'm ranking Dennis Rodman in at B tier probably. Dennis Rodman's B tier because three-pointer is a little bit lower, but what he offers you on defense, and he has a better upper, which doesn't understand. People just lack, understand that cards have good jumpers. Like Rodman's jumper's way better than Draymond Green jumper. Has a higher driving dunk than Draymond Green. So how in the world you tell? I don't know. But yeah, Dennis Rodman's a really good card in this game. I like him in this game a lot, and I think he has to come in at B tier. Next up, we got Cedric Maxwell, a garbage can. Doesn't play in this game. Absolutely terrible. Not going to run in my team personally. Tatum, I'll rank him. I'm going A tier for Tatum. Like, I don't think Tatum's on the level of Giannis or KD. I just don't. You know, I really don't. I don't think he's on the level of KD. I think he's good. I just think Tatum is very good. But he's not on those guys' level. He's probably the fourth best, so maybe he should be in that tier. He's top 5, I guess. But overall, Tatum is just not better than. I don't think you can put him in the same level as those small forwards. I just don't think you can personally. I think Melo, I don't know. It really depends. Melo and Tatum, I don't know. I would have to think about it, but I think right now I'm going with A tier. Shawn Marion up next. Probably C tier for Shawn Marion. I think Shawn Marion still can bang a couple shots. He's all right defensively. Jumper's is better. it's still doable. Plays defense, does a job on the court. I think Kirilenko, which I probably take Sean Marion, but I've seen Kirilenko, Rodman, Pierce. I'd rather have them over Sean Marion, so yeah. Karl Malone up next. I don't think Karl Malone's that good at small forward. I don't think Karl Malone's that. I probably have to go B tier for Karl Malone just because he can sit there, do his job on the court, offer on defense. But is he better than Dennis Rodman? I would have to say I have to put him on the same level. I have to put him on the same level. I feel like if you got him at small forward, it feels like Rudy Gay needs to just go up on the list because he's just offers way. He's probably better than everybody in B tier, to be honest with you. Because I think he personally offers more than all. But I'll keep him in B tier for now. I think it's the highest. I can't go higher than that. So I'll keep him there for now. I think Karl Malone is not an A or S tier strong for. He has a 69 ball handle. But that is not my type of small forward. And let me just check. Doesn't Dennis Rodman have like an 86 ball handle? Yeah, he does have 86 ball handle. That's why I'm not understanding Rodman's ball handling. I'm just not with Karl Malone. I'm going C tier. I don't think Karl Malone offers more than Scotty. I like Karl Malone. I don't think he's better than Rudy Gay, Dennis Rodman, Kirilenko, or Paul Pierce. I don't think so. I just don't think so at the small forward position. Because Karl Malone's not going to be a rim runner. He's just going to be a cone sitting there. Is he offer more than Paolo Banchero? No. Like, I'd rather have the person that can move a little bit, play defense too. So, overall, I'm just not that high on Karl Malone. I think he was a good card. He's probably B tier in a power forward tier list, but in a small forward tier list, I have to go C tier. I don't think he's on Kirilenko. I don't think he'd be better than him. Jalen Williams up next. D tier. He's undersized at his position. 6'5", good release. I like Jalen Williams. But as a card in showdown, you go in there 6'5". He's going to offer you, he's going to lack size at that point. He's not going to be that crazy undersized small forward. So I just don't see it really with Jalen Williams at this stage in the game. Like, what are you going to do if you match him with Paolo Banchero or KD? Like, what are you going to be honest? Like, what are you going to do? Xavier McDaniels up next. Probably go... I actually like Xavier McDaniels. B tier? I think Xavier McDaniels can be in that B. Is he on the same level as Rodman? No, I think you can. Xavier McDaniels is actually very good. A very, very, very good card overall. Xavier McDaniels offers a lot on the court. I like him. He bangs shots. He does his job on there. He bangs his threes. He's a very underrated small forward in his tier list. So overall, I'm going B tier for Xavier McDaniels. Next up, Dimitri Carroll. Probably, he's all right. He's probably D tier. You know, he's all right. He's not better than Scotty Pippen. He's not better than Karl Malone, Sean Marion, but he does a job. You're on a budget. He is not a bad small forward. Then again, I think if you're on a budget, there's better options at this stage because of the pink diamond. So I think for his value now, he's probably D tier unless you're playing salary cap. But overall, I just don't think he's good in salary cap. But a showdown, I don't think will be that great overall. Brandon Miller up next. Brandon Miller is a really good card. B tier. Brandon Miller's solid. Like at small forward, especially he has a good release, good shot timing. If you want a good card for a budget, Brandon Miller is really good. He's probably gonna be better at shooting guard though than small forward. Probably. He's probably gonna be better at that position. So I probably go C tier for him. I feel like he's gonna be better. I don't think he's better than Rudy Gay at small forward, but shooting guard, I think he's a little bit higher. I do like him a lot. If you get him on a budget, he's a great card, but I just don't think he's better than those guys. Adam Morrison up next. Adam Morrison is solid. He's B tier. Adam Morrison is very good at this game. If you got Adam Morrison, you got a nice small forward for a good price that can create, hit his freeze. Jerry West upper's not that bad anymore. Can move a little bit. He's solid this game. Grant Hill, stop gassing up bums. Like, I looked at JC's tier list and man, I'm so sick of seeing bum Grant Hill in A tier. The dude stinks. I'm sorry to break that to y'all. The guard sucks. He should not be in no A tier. His release is garbage. He can't move. He can't do anything on the court. I don't know what we're doing with this card, in all honesty. I see no value with this card. No peace with this card. This card absolutely stinks. Scotty Pippen up next. I don't like the Scotty Pippen D tier. I think the Dark Matter Galaxy Opal one, I think is more of a B tier than A tier. But just in terms of this list. But I think Dark Matter at least has a jumper on quick. It makes it doable. I feel like on normal, it's bad. His jumper's just bad. Hachimura F tier. I don't think the card was ever good the day he dropped. He just was never good. His shots baited. His defense, Paolo Banchero offers for 100K. You don't need 80, 60K at this point. So you don't need Roy Hachi anymore. He's garbage. He's garbage. Garbage in a garbage. But Harrison Barnes, interesting. I'd probably go C tier for Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes ain't even a bad card, personally speaking. It's just like, he needs some defensive badges. Let me see, what defensive badge he got? Because I actually like Harrison Barnes. I like his jumper quite a lot in salary cap, but does he have defensive badges? He only has 4. Yeah, in a showdown. I feel like in salary cap, this card's going to be really solid, like running his Amethyst. But I have to go D just because he lacks certain things. I just don't see a place for this card really to be ranked here. Like, I think you have to put him just overall in D just because he still offers something. But it's like, there's better options than C tier at this stage in the game. But Glenn Rice up next, S tier. I think Glenn Rice is amazing. Really good small forward, easy jumper. I think he is a S tier small forward in NBA 2K25 MyTeam. So overall, he does everything on the court for you. Really solid card. Matt Hartling is low key is an underrated card, C tier. Matt Hartling actually ain't a bad for card. He actually can hoop. I ain't even gonna front. The card can actually hoop, surprise you sometime. He's decent in this game overall. So I'm going C tier for Matt Hartling. Trey Murphy up next. Probably gonna have to go D tier. I like Trey Murphy though. I like him for salary cap, but I don't think in Unlimited he's gonna be crazy showdown. So I think as that setting, like I said, salary cap, he's gonna be terrific. Just only run him in salary cap. Just don't run him in Unlimited or showdown. Michael Beasley up next is S tier. Card is amazing. One of your best small forwards in all of my team. He's gonna be hooping for you all the way. Gonna be very good in my team. Luol Deng, probably put him in C tier. Luol Deng's an underrated card. He's actually really solid in this game overall. Like, he's actually a really good small forward in my team. I actually do like him quite a bit. So I'm going C tier for him. I'm going C tier for Luol Deng. I don't think Luol Deng is a bad card. I think for what he goes for too is also good. So yeah. Ron Artest up next. I'm ranking Ron Artest in S tier. I know that's crazy to say. I think Ron Artest, it probably should make more sense for a shooting guard. I think Ron Artest is still so good to this day. And I'm not just going to hold it inside me because people are going to be mad about where the ranking is. I'm going to rank how I feel. And I personally think this card is one of your best small forwards in all of my team. Now, LE is a Carmelo Anthony because I think Carmelo Anthony sometimes is better than Artest. But I don't want to put everybody. It's tough. It's Ron Artest or Carmelo Anthony. I think I want to just say Melo moves up the S tier and just go with that so we have a top 5. But no, we can't because it's between Melo and Artest. I probably need to go. I'm gonna say S tier because Artest is so good. So Melo takes time in defensive, but Artest, you can play the best of the best TTO Park. I think you gotta rank Artest higher. Even though I do love Carmelo Anthony alive, you know his movement, he could be S tier too. But I really do like him. I think Ron Artest for what he offers on the court, still to this day, is a S tier. He is just so good. He is so good in this game overall. And I will not, and I'm gassing it, but he is so really terrific. Trevor Ariza, F tier. Horry, I'm just ranking them both F tier. They're both not good. Both are just oversized big man. They just don't play. They're both trash, really. None of them are that good, so yeah, they're both garbage. Brandon Ingram, probably go D tier. Like, he's alright, I guess. But he doesn't have a right leaner. He's still 6'10", so he can offer a height at least for you. But other than that, I don't know how Brandon Ingram finesse 6'10". He's not 6'10" in real life, but it is Jim Mark Alguire up next. He has a really good jumper, undersized though. Probably go C tier. I don't even mind the card as a hidden gem card. I just wish he had more defensive badges. I think he's missing. Or just shooting badge. Either or, he's missing one of those things. He has a good release. I used him before. He's solid. He's just not better than anybody in B tier or A tier, in my opinion. So I think that's where I would rank him at. And Bruce Bowen, hidden gem. If you have him, I'm probably just gonna go D for Bruce Bowen because he could still be good in salary cap. Still can hope for it. He probably should be in a shooting guard tier list, so I'm just gonna remove him low key. I just don't think he should be in a small forward tier. It doesn't make sense. But just gotta just rank it like that. Paige Stojakovic. I'm ranking him at, where do I rank him at? I don't think Paige is good in this game. D tier. I don't think Paige is that great in this game. He's really mediocre. So overall, I'm going D tier for Paige. OG, I'm probably gonna have to just put you in F at this stage in the game. I like OG actually. I'm going to say I do like the card overall. I do think the card can offer something. Like, still to this day, comes badge, salary cap, but other than that, I just can't really say much about OG. I think the guys in CBA are better. It's just, you got to rank them somewhere, so I'm going B tier, D tier for that. Next up, we're going with James Jones up next. I'm ranking James Jones probably in that D tier. He has a great release, but lacks on defense. I think that's the highest you could really go with James Jones. And I don't even mind James Jones as a card. Like, I don't even mind. Like, I think James Jones should be C tier. I put him in C. I think James Jones is alright. Like, cause he could just guard up, play defense. He's probably the lowest in C tier. I mean, I'll just know that MLS. I don't think he's better than Sean Marion, Karl Malone. It's just, I think he's on the lowest end of C tier. I think he's better than everyone in D tier. So overall, I'm ranking him in that C tier. Michael Porter, outdated. I don't know why he's on this list. Dio Gennari, I don't mind this card. C tier. I don't even mind Gennari. Gennari has Booker release, 6'10", can hold his player model. I think he's really good in this game, so I think C tier or Danilo Gallinari is fine in this game, and I personally think he's good. Pink Diamond KD, ranking him at B tier. I still think Pink Diamond KD is still really amazing in this game. Still will to this day. Still good release. Not holding him back. Still, it's just his defense is lower. I still think KD's on the same level as you're going to have Rudy Gay at or the other guys at. I just think he is. So I think KD is still in B tier. Overall, still a really phenomenal card. LeBron James Galaxy, not me to click the Galaxy Opal. I'm going to rank this as the Pink Diamond because they're both the same card. He is a S tier. You're going to have to put LeBron. I'll just rank the playoff LeBron while we're at it. They're both S tier, and that means the Pink Diamond's obviously S tier as well. It's just no point in putting 3 LeBron James. There's no point in putting 3 LeBrons at the same tier, but all of them are S tier. Just know that. They're all amazing, and that is facts. Kawhi Leonard up next. You got to play Kawhi Leonard. Where would you rank Kawhi? I'm ranking him in at A. I'm ranking Kawhi at A. I don't think he's better than anybody in A or S. I think, actually, I'm still ranking Kawhi. I think over time, I'm going to have to put Kawhi. Like, I'm going A tier Kawhi. I'm going A tier with Kawhi. I think at shooting guard, he's S tier. I did Kawhi at TTO Park S tier, but overall, I think he's an A tier quality card. I think he's A tier overall, so I think Kawhi Leonard comes in at A. He's one of your best TTO Park cards, but we have to have some division between them, or we're going to have everybody in S tier. So, yeah, we're going to rank him in an S tier. Larry Keenan's actually quite solid in this game. He's like a Paolo Banchero. I won't say he's on that level. I think Paolo's better. I think he's a B tier type of small forward. He still is solid in this game, the way he scores. He is a really good Pink Diamond. If you want a guard with a good jumper, good defense, he's going to definitely do it for you. Dr. J, if you consider him a small forward, more of a shooting guard, but I'm just going to rank him S tier. Behind the back, does Berliner. He is just one of your best small forwards in all of my team easily. And it was hard to differentiate small forward and power forward, so let me know in the comment section if you have any questions. James Worthy. I don't think James Worthy is better than anybody. Is he better than Karl Malone? I think you're on the same level. I think James Worthy and Karl Malone are on the same level. Because he has handling, he doesn't. I feel like they're on the same level. So C tier for James Worthy, I don't think is that bad personally, so I'm going C tier with it. Paul George up next. If you consider Paul George a small forward, I have to rank him S tier. I think he's more of a shooting guard, but I know some people are going to ask about Paul George and the Pink Diamond. They're basically the same cards almost, but you got to rank Paul George in at S tier overall. So, yeah, I think you have to, because he does everything on the court. He doesn't move as crazy. Is Paul George to me better than Artest? I'm just thinking on top of it. Is he on the low of Dr. J? I don't know. I don't think he is. I'm going to have to put him in A tier. I'm going to have to put him in A tier because it gets harder with Melo. We're talking about small forward position. I think Carmelo Anthony's better than Paul George. So, yeah, I got to rank him there. So, I think I'm ranking Paul George down at A tier. I think that's a good list. A good list for Paul George. And let's see. Jimmy Butler up next. Don't mind him. Probably put him in C at this stage. I don't think he's better than KD, Adam Morrison, Paul Pierce. I think he's terrific, though. I think he's really good, but overall, I'm ranking him in at B tier. I mean, C tier, excuse me. Next up, T-Mac. I think his release just broken at this point in stage of the game. He's not usable. T-Mac just does not play in my team. He doesn't make the cut. B tier. Next we got is F tier for RJ Barrett. I don't think he's bad. It's just he lacks. He's just a diamond at this stage in the game. Jaylen Brown isn't good. His release is so mediocrity. Sorry, Jaylen Brown, you're not good. Sean Elliott, you know, usually release longer. I think he's more of a C than a B tier. I don't think Sean Elliott's on the level of all those guys of B tier. I think his release is goodish. But it's like, there's cards that offer you more. I think everyone in B tier offers you more than A and S tier. So personally, I'm going with it. So I'm going with it personally. And I think that is the list where we're going with. Richard Jefferson, Larry Bird, Upper, they're both so close. He's F. Larry Bird Upper just needs to go, period. It just ruins any type of good base. It just needs to die, honestly. We don't like Larry Bird's base. Just let the base die. Harry Changer put in the same tier as Rudy Guy B tier. Both are terrific. Both are good. I just feel like that they are better than him overall. So I feel like you have to put Dennis, Harry Changer in at B tier overall. So I think that's a pretty fair list for him. I think that is a pretty fair list for Harry Changer. France Wagner up next. I'm still gonna have to go probably B tier for France. I'm just not like, I think France is good. And I feel like he's like Rudy Gay and Terry, where he just has those times where he's crazy, but most people just chuck breaks with him. And I still don't think he's better than Paul George or Carmelo Anthony. I just don't. You could disagree, but I'm ranking him in at B tier. Larry Nance is actually surprisingly really good. I'm putting Larry Nance at B tier. Larry Nance is a really good hidden gem. You got him. He's a really solid diamond hidden gem card till this day. He will hoop for you. Dr. J, obviously both Dr. J's are S tier, so there's no point in even having an argument there. Next up, we got Hedo Turkoglu, F tier. He's garbage in this game. Billy Cullingham's also garbage in this game. Don't have to really, make you go through that. Andrew Wiggins is outdated, really slow. Not going to cut at this stage in the game. Lamar Odom is not good either in this game. Mashburn is also very mediocre in this game. I'm just listing cards that are mediocre because there's a lot of mediocrity down there. Dominique Wilkins is also just trash. There's no reason to also rank him. Dalton's release is not that great, really. He's like a D at the max. He's not good in this game. Probably the worst person in D tier. Probably more of a shooting guard anyways, but not good. Chris Mullins also a garbage can in this game. Another garbage can. Jumper sucks. He always gets gassed up. He's not good in this game. Never was, never will. Mattis up next. Ranking Mattis in that A tier. I like Mattis a lot. I think Mattis is really good overall. I think Mattis is overall does his job on the court well. I think he's a really, really talented S tier card. But I think you have to rank him in that S tier overall. And you gotta rank him. You gotta rank him in that S tier. So I really do like Mattis. And I have to say, I think Mattis is a S tier card in this game overall. So I think Mattis, not S tier, A tier. I think Mattis is a great card. Overall, he's a great card. I think Melo, like I said, Melo's probably the borderline, the one that's like borderline S tier. Probably the highest on the A tier to me, just in my opinion. I think he is the highest out of everyone in A tier. But Rudy, I don't mind Rudy. I actually do like him. 6'8", got some nice solid size. I think put him B tier. He's actually not a bad card. It was a driving dunk. That'd probably be the only thing I'd be, if it's 85-ish, I'm happy with. 80 comes defensive badge, 87, 89 tier. I like this card. And has a good release. I like this card personally. I'm going B tier for Rudy. George Gervin, I don't like him at this stage in the game. I just don't think he's good anymore. I think it's time to put him in D tier. I don't think George Gervin's that great in this game. I felt like he was mediocre, even worse. He's just not good. LJ Baylor is a garbage can. Not gonna play. Sorry, Flannels. The dude stinks. You need to stop gassing up that bum. Gerald Wallace up next. We're ranking him at probably C tier. Probably D at this stage. Yeah, D tier. Gerald Wallace is good. Has a good jumper. Can bang freeze. But like at this stage in the game, he's not better than Shawn Marion. He's not better than Jimmy Butler. He's not better than Connie Hawkins. He's just not. So I have to go D tier for Gerald Wallace. Even though I think he's better than Larry Bird. But still. You can't do it. Zachary up next. I think you put him in B tier. Even with this release having an issue, he still gets the job done on the court. He's a 6'10" shooting guard, so you kind of just have to look over it a little bit, and he can dominate for you. Bob Bile up next. Even though he's more of a shooting guard, I'm going to have to say A in this list. I feel like value-wise, S tier for the value, but overall, I think he offers quite a lot on the court, really. And I think he's more of a shooting guard, so I might just go B for Bile. And then, like, on the shooting guard tier list, he's an A or S, because I feel like at small 4, you're limiting yourself a little bit. But you could run one of these guys with him, but I think they're better than him at small 4. I think he's more of a shooting guard, so I think I'm going to have to base it like that, really. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go like that. And next up, we got Calvin Nat. C tier at this stage, Calvin Nat's alright. Calvin Nat still bang his open shots, play good defense. Bit undersized, but like Carmelo's is 6'9", so he's good enough. Dominique Wilkins, I think, is a C tier at this stage. I don't think he's a B anymore. He still does his job, makes his shots. He's just not that crazy anymore, so I think you have to go there. Norman Powell and Bobby Jones are all garbage cans, don't play. Rick Barry's release, just not great, not good. He also don't play. And that is our tier list. And Kawhi Leonard and Jaquez Johnson, or some people say Jamie or Gerald. Don't know how you say his name, but I'm bringing up Paint Time and Kawhi. I think these cards at small 4 are the same exact card, and I mean, people could disagree with it. Because there's a small 4 tier list, I'm ranking them both at A tier. Because a shooting guard, maybe Kawhi potentially can get to S, but overall, in a small 4 tier list, Pink Diamond Kawhi and Galaxy Opal Kawhi are the same exact cards. And you can easily get one with Legend, like badges, one Kawhi for a little bit of MT. And they are the same cards. So, overall, I'm putting Kawhi, Galaxy Opal Kawhi in the same tier. Okay, A tier, and Jaquez Johnson up next. I'm ranking, I just lost Jaquez Johnson. I don't think he's better than, I think you can have C tier. You know, he's just undersized at this point. I'm going D tier for Jaquez. I think he's alright. But I think this is the list. So, yeah, this is the list overall. I like it. I think it could be a little bit better overall. I feel like it could. But, yeah, I think Melo's the best right here. If I had to rank it in order a little bit. But I think Melo's like borderline. Like, I want to put him as I really do like Carmelo. I think Carmelo Anthony's better than everyone in A and B overall. Maybe I'm guessing it. I think Melo's S tier in my opinion. But still, to my opinion, I think he's S tier. But, yeah, this is my take. Let me know in the comment section you agree, disagree. But I'll see y'all in the next My Team video. And give me a key.